So, loved one, this is a new day in my life, more precisely a new morning, and today it's really interesting morning, a really nicely morning, really beautiful morning, and really beautiful place. I just ate approximately my breakfast of my morning at the outside, and you know, I just right now will continue my day, will continue my everything. I will, eat something. Um, After I will work out, I will just, you know, um, do all my thing I just plan. And yeah, I think that's what I will do. For today, and today I absolutely must work out my things because it's really important to work out my project, because I just really got because I just really you know in absolutely a place that I how we can say this thing, lose truly much of time, and this is a pretty something I just must take care about, because it's absolutely awful, and absolutely something that you must fix, and that's it. And you know um I think I will just work about this thing because it's really important. And the second is the thing I just did yesterday, after I just talked with you, after I just ate, after I just, worked out, after I just bought a thing for my home. Um, and, the thing that I just did wasn't really in working about my project and about the thing I just plan to work in eventually, because it's really important. It was absolutely different. Okay, I just um, spoke and write about different thing, and this is absolutely really important and really amazing thing that I just did, and I really pressure myself about this thing I just did. um, and I just spoke about my little brother and his position, that he just suffer and suffer and suffer. And it's really hard to just see this thing, and just see where you just live, and what you just feel. And I knew that I just was in approximately the same situation, but maybe really much hardly. But it's never mind, because I just wanted to spoke about this thing and see, because I know how it's feel, and I don't really want that other person will will feel this thing, will see this thing, will you know will just watching this thing. And it was awful. um and um it's really hard to just get his thing and understand that this is the position, and just try to understand what you can do, how you can do, and everything like that. But to actually arrive for a really you know a different thing and a badly thing and everything like that. that actually he just passed away every day at this home, and this is really hardly. Um, and you just understand that you must do something with that because you just can't do something else, and that's something that you actually stuck in, and it's absolutely something that you can't ignore from. But this is really hardy. So yeah, I'm sorry. Somebody just determined and knock on my door, but I didn't really see nothing and see nobody because I think that this person just passed away because he just understood that I talk with somebody, and so I just try to say that I understood that I just can't leave this person alone as I just was alone and with this trauma, with this emotional, with this feeling, with this suffering in every single day. And yeah, it's not me, but eventually it's somebody that's really close to me, and it's absolutely something that you must do something. And you just talk and write, and you don't really understand what you should do for right now. And you absolutely understand that you can't do something because it's so badly and so terrible that this person itself will don't want to pass away from this place or just movement from this place because you just don't really understand this awful thing, this awful position with this awful you know emotionality and traumas that you just get because you don't really understand who is really hurt him and what is really happening every single time because it's so awful and so badly and so and so terrible. And you should understand that the, the the person that can do something with that is just him, but you know you can be active at this direction. And it can be really hardly because you just need a lot of money, because you just need a lot of strength and energy and everything like that in order to just be active about this position. But how it's badly what you just get and what you just leave and what you just feelings in every single day and how much it's really badly. And that's what I just understood, and I pretty proud of myself, and I must do this thing. I must say this thing also because I just knew that I did the right thing. I just knew that I just did the most good thing I just could do at this time. Okay, and yeah, I'm really true about that. Okay, I'm really true about that because it's truly something I just needed to do because it's just in a really badly situation every time, and I just knew at a position, and I just wanted to do something, wanted to write something, wanted to just understand what would happen because it's something that stay about my heart, stay about my my position, about my brain, about my everything. And I think it's a truly important. I just did this thing, even I have a really big gap on my projects, and I just must work on my thing because I just know very well that I just can't how I can say this thing I just can't um you know leave and ignore, and even maybe I will just get really more quickly about my thing that I just want to do. I just know very well that it is will not help me. It is will not bring me to the point I want. Um, in my position, because in eventual, I reinvest much of time in order to just be complete with myself when I just did what I just did with my dog, and I truly, you know, uh, want to understand what happened with my inside, what happened with with my internal. Really, really before I will just get improving about the cold thing, about my project, about my ideas, about my thing I just plan, about everything I just do. Really before that, and yeah, it's really awful that you spend a lot of times instead of to work about a really important thing that you actually put in your mind, but you know very well that it's really true to do these things. So, you know, right now at this morning, I woke up in a pretty nicely. Even my body, actually tried to yell. Why you didn't worked um, about your project instead or something like that, and you have a really big gap and you have really everything like that, and I just knew very well in my inside, in my internal, that I did the right thing. I just was considering about the right terrible, about the right badly thing that actually happened every single time. And I think it's really important. I just was in a block at a pretty, a lot of time of my life. Um, but, you know, um, I can't say that I just didn't really improve my thing I just wanted, but I was a block, so I just didn't really understand what I really want to talk about. And the return is I didn't really want was completely about the thing I just did, because I just didn't really solve a thing with myself and talk about the thing I just want before I just continue on the cold thing. And I think it's really important to know that all the time when you need to solve something with yourself, when you need to just talk something about about your terrible thing that you have in your life, you just need to do this thing. And it's really more important than just work about the cold thing. Even it just seems as like you know this is the thing that will improve you, this is the thing that will bring you to the next level, to the next position, to the next everything. And I think it's absolutely true and absolutely amazing and absolutely you know something that I just needed to do. So I think that's it. I just talk right now about this thing I just did, instead of to work about my project, instead of to work about, I think that I just didn't wanted to invest about, wanted to just do. And I just can't say that I feel good with this gap that I just have, but I feel really good that I just solved a truly amount of things with myself or with my psychological at this several months at this time. And I feel like I just really improving. Even I just didn't really improving on my cold thing, on my money, on my projects, on my everything I just planned to myself. I really improving on my mind, and I really improving the the way that I just see the world and the way that I just see everything. And I just think that I talk right now about all the things I just did from yesterday, and what I was will do from this day. And I just prepare my breakfast, and I just saw the view that I just had and eat in front of you, and I think it's really amazing.